think if you're listening to this episode and you're like, DEI, $270 million, seems like we gotta bite the bullet. But I think when you zoom out all the way back to 2023, when it started with the reading badge, for the LGBTQ reading badge, we removed that in 2023. In October of 2023, Nazis showed up to our neighborhood and we had that concern. And then you had the Texas Liberty Project having that conference at the Botanical Gardens. The Botanical Gardens said no to that because we believe in everyone and we're not going to allow hate at our gardens. But City Council, the city said you have to allow them to use it. And then you're kind of going to the proclamation of 2024 getting removed, and proclamations as a whole being removed. And then it leads into Mercy Culture in the late 2024 in December. And then in 2025, you had the racial gerrymandering silence and the lack of power taken from Black and brown people of Fort Worth to have a true vote in countywide elections. And so I think what this really is embodying is that inch by inch, we have been given into extremism that is trying to control the county. And even our guest, Allison Campolo, talk about the Republicans using that strategy to keep control of our county. And our mayor has relatively been silent and allowing and enabling this. We go have an article back in 2022 of her talking in Texas Tribune how she would not run in a Republican primary because she couldn't look herself in the mirror. I think it's only gotten crazier since that Texas Tribune article. But instead, another extremist point she made was do a bat signal to Brooke Rollins, who started the American First Policy Institute, and quote says this is the Trump White House think tank to wait until he's in office again. Where and when are we going to stop extremism? It wasn't Tim O'Hare. It wasn't this racial gerrymandering. Now Trump's here. And I think why this is so important is now it's also the decision between the 6 Democrats on council. So it's not just extremism's creeping in, but power is shifting. And why this vote on August 5th is so important is what is Fort Worth going to be able to do on its values? Do we really value diversity? Are we going to willing to risk for that? And it's truly a vote on, are we holding up the Fort Worth way? Are we saying now power has changed in Fort Worth?